Say, okay, this is me and Jaime sitting here in my house, and we're going to talk about Sessom Creek. And there's Jaime. What do you think ought to be done with Sessom Creek, Jaime?
Well, what I've wanted to do the whole time is what I think a lot of people want to do is to put this into a caretaking situation and keep it basically just as it is. Wild, natural area. As a lot of people know, there's historical artifacts in there, be from American Indian eras. There's abundance of wildlife. It's basically been untouched, with the exception of a few houses that were built in there, and naturally it is primary watershed that feeds into the river. Acts as I guess they call it
Kind of a filter for the...
It's an artesian spring, I think, where it fills up and then flows back out, basically, and filters all the runoff. So it's its own natural filter for...
Yeah, it's not really artesian, but it's the water that comes in the watershed is filtered by the ground cover that's back there.
Right.
Yeah.
And the rock formations, they fill up, and it'll run for... When I was a kid, it would run for 2 weeks sometimes after a rain, as all the water fills into the formations. Limestone formations, and it flows back out, which is also, why our river is such a pristine river, and the water quality is unsurpassed pretty much anywhere because of those limestone strata that filter it.
Yeah.
And that's what our Edwards is doing, and this is a smaller. It doesn't have a spring source or an underground source, but it acts as a good filter. So it's a good integral part of the watershed, that one of the primary ones that goes into the river.
So what would your ultimate goal of this, say from, I don't know, what's the road up there, Alamo down to maybe the lower part of Sessom? What would that look like in your wildest imagination?
Well, it's been in my imagination at least the 15 acres or 14 plus acres that are on the chopping block right now with Darren Casey and development and all that the landowners are trying to sell, would be to keep those structures as they are and repurpose them. Whether it be getting the scouts involved. You could take one or two of them potentially and derive income off of those for weekend groups that come in and study. Whether it could partner with the university. I'm really surprised the university and people of that nature haven't stepped up and say, "Hey, let's do something different. Let's partner up here."
Well, I think that would be a great idea.
You could study everything from geography to archaeology to wildlife to just the whole 9 yards. Your aquatic biology, this feeds into the river.
Yeah.
They've got all the departments.
Just think of all the people around town. The River Foundation, the school, Protect San Marcos, San Marcos Voice, and there's a lot of other there's all kinds of different places that would be...
Your scouting groups would probably be all in for projects they could do to get some trails, maybe some minimally invasive trails in there, to where on a controlled basis you could bring people in, different groups, and they could study it, enjoy it, etc.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be good as a wide open park. I think it would get destroyed that way.
Yeah.
As just a wide open park. It would have to be kind of a controlled access situation, so that you could preserve what's there, study it, document it, and preserve it for the future folks.
Right. So we could go on, and who's going to control it and all that stuff. But let's stop it right here, and we'll put another video blog up later on, maybe talking about that.
Exactly.
All right. So that's good for this one.